Everyone longs of being a millionaire, living in luxury and longing for the open road in a fancy ride. But what if you're in a $256.3 million mansion one night and the next you're in a jail cell? One day you are one of the wealthiest people in the world, and the next you are bankrupt. That's exactly what happened with Sam Bankman Fried. His daring journey transformed a fledgling crypto exchange into an $8 billion enigma, only to watch it vanish into thin air. In this video, we'll talk about the stunning secret no one talks about, how Sam Bankman Fried screwed up FTX and lost $8 billion, covering all the story behind it. So stick around till the end to dig into some secrets you may not have known before, and don't forget to subscribe. Samuel Benjamin Bankman Fried, better known by his initials SBF, was a successful American businessman and investor. He founded the cryptocurrency exchange FTX and is responsible for the success of the trading firm Alameda Research. In late 2022, however, the story took an unexpected turn when FTX and Alameda Research experienced high-profile collapses, leading to Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings. The storm didn't stop there. With each passing day, the list of charges against Sam Bankman Fried grew longer, including allegations of fraud, conspiracy, and even violations of campaign finance laws. But how did it all happen, and what's up now? We'll open it all up later in the video, but first, let's learn a bit about Sam Bankman Fried. Who is Sam Bankman Fried? Before these abrupt events, Bankman Fried enjoyed a place among the financial elite. He held the 41st spot in Forbes' prestigious list of the 400 richest Americans and stood as the 60th wealthiest person globally, according to the world's billionaires. His net worth reached a staggering peak of $26 billion. Born on the Stanford University campus on March 6, 1992, Sam Bankman Fried hails from a family of accomplished academics. His brother, Gabriel Bankman Fried, added to the family's impressive portfolio, having been a former Wall Street trader and the former director of the non-profit Guarding Against Pandemics, along with its associated political action committee. Bankman Fried's educational path included a stint at Canada's USA Math Camp, a haven for mathematically gifted high school students. He then completed his high school journey at Crystal Springs Upland School in Hillsborough, California. Graduating in 2014 from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology with a bachelor's degree in physics and a minor in mathematics, he thrived within the community of Epsilon Theta, a coeducational group housed at MIT. The foundations of his career took shape during a summer internship in 2013 at Jane Street Capital, a proprietary trading firm where he specialized in international ETFs. This experience set the stage for a full-time role at Jane Street following his MIT graduation. Bankman Fried started a new chapter in his life in September 2017, when he relocated to Berkeley, California. From October 2017 to November 2017, he served as the Center for Effective Altruism's Development Director. His love for quantitative trading inspired him to create Alameda Research with Taramak Orley of the Center for Effective Altruism in November 2017. About 90% of Alameda Research was in his possession by 2021. In January 2018, he achieved a significant professional milestone by arranging an arbitrage deal, allowing transactions of up to $25 million per day to profit from the disparity in Bitcoin values in Japan and the United States. This smart tactic thrust him even deeper into the cryptocurrency market. He then moved to Hong Kong after attending a cryptocurrency conference in Macau at the tail end of 2018. However, the most transformative moment arrived when he founded FTX, a cryptocurrency derivatives exchange, in April 2019, swiftly commencing operations the following month. The rise of Sam Bankman. Investors in venture capital were quickly interested in FTX. 6 months after the company began, Binance invested a lot of money. Not only FTX, but also Alameda was also touching the skies. Bloomberg says that when Alameda was at its peak, it moved almost $15 million daily between markets. Bankman Fried quickly became known as the Moby Dick of crypto whales because the waves he made in the crypto business. Bankman Fried also established a modest FTX office in the United States in 2020. He planned to corner the US crypto business someday, so he regularly petitioned Congress for more favorable crypto regulations. Politico also reports that he's given millions to the pro-crypto super PAC GMI PAC. Then in January 2022, at the height of the crypto craze, FTX got $400 million in Series C funding, which was a big deal. Due to these strategic investments, the company's price skyrocketed to an astounding $32 billion, making SBF the world's wealthiest crypto investor. FTX's rise was a constant headline grabber, not just due to its valuation and investments, but also because of its innovative approach. During this time, FTX saw a meteoric rise in popularity and became the world's second business cryptocurrency exchange. Its leveraged derivative products became very popular with traders, which solidified its image as a platform that people go to. Only Binance had more trades than FTX, which shows its dominance in the crypto exchange market. Also, FTX eagerly looked for partnerships and support from the cryptocurrency community. Not only was this a stage, but it was also a movement. Gisele Bündchen, NBA star Stephen Curry, tennis prodigy Naomi Osaka, former baseball star David Big Papi Ortiz, and Kevin O'Leary from the TV show Shark Tank all supported FTX. Along with having powerful backers and support, FTX's journey was also defined by its constant search for new ideas. It was a go-to tool for traders and investors, both new and old, because it was easy to use and had a wide range of financial products. FTX's operations were relocated to the Bahamas by Bankman-Fried in September 2021. Despite being close to Miami, the platform could function outside of the SEC's purview. According to Politico, he suddenly became a huge political donor in 2020 and poured over $10 million into supporting Joe Biden's presidential candidature. Even though FTX takes a small percentage of every trade, Bloomberg estimates daily trading volume on the platform will reach $1 billion by 2020. It also estimates that Bankman-Fried earned $350 million from FTX and $1 billion from Alameda in 2021. Funding rounds include bets from prominent investors like SoftBank Vision Fund, Tiger Global, Sequoia Capital, and BlackRock. Investors valued FTX and its US businesses at $40 billion by early 2022, citing Forbes. Bankman-Fried amassed a personal fortune of $26 billion at his financial peak. According to documents filed with the Federal Election Committee and analyzed by Politico, he spent more than $40 million on races in 2022. But just as every tide has its ebb, FTX started soaring like a kite and eventually tethered to the ground. What? The downfall of Sam Bankman and bankruptcy. The bankruptcy of FTX came as a complete surprise. Authorities claim that in a week in November, FTX went from being one of the crypto industry's most trusted institutions to a bankrupt embarrassment that lost more than $8 billion of its customers' money. Let's look into behind the scenes. A secret financial report showed that Alameda Research, a company, was in big trouble with its money. The report told everyone that a lot of Alameda's research was tied up in a unique token called FTT, owned by another company called FTX. People got worried that the value of this FTT token would suddenly drop a lot, which made things even scarier. To make it worse, the boss of Binance, which is like a rival to FTX, said they were selling all their FTT tokens. This scared traders, and they started taking their money out of FTX. The person in charge of FTX, none other than Sam Bankman Fried, was in a tough spot. He had no choice but to ask Binance for help. But November 9th, Binance said they couldn't help, leaving FTX in a terrible situation. Sam's own money dropped a lot, almost 94%, and he was left with about $1 billion, according to a report from Bloomberg. On November 11th, there was big news. Sam Bankman-Fried decided to step down as the CEO of FTX, and a new person named John J. Ray III took over. Even though Sam was leaving, he said he would help with the changeover. Since they couldn't get any help, FTX, Alameda Research, and 130 other connected companies had to ask for protection under a law called Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The new boss said Chapter 11 would help them figure out what to do next and ensure everyone gets as much money back as possible. He promised they would be cautious and be honest during this challenging time. While all this was happening, something surprising occurred during a court hearing on November 22nd. One part of FTX in the US had spent a lot of money, almost $300 million, to buy houses and vacation homes in the Bahamas. Even more surprising, these fancy homes were used by the company's top bosses. Sam Bankman-Fried expanded on the situation later on November 30th. He claimed he is not concerned with the legal repercussions from the FTX disaster and instead wants to assist those who have suffered financial losses. He stated he was now in the Bahamas but denied that he had fled to that location because of fear of arrest. He also denied rumors that he was a drug user and threw wild parties for his staff, and he has no idea what became of his $100 million investment in Twitter. Elon Musk has disputed with some reports, and there have been conflicting accounts. Bankman got arrested. On the night of December 12, 2022, the ongoing FTX story took a dramatic turn. The Royal Bahamas Police Force arrested Sam Bankman-Fried at his apartment building in the Bahamas. FTX's arrest was a watershed moment since it was widely anticipated that he would be extradited to the United States to face a slew of criminal charges there. Bankman-Fried had been hit with severe charges earlier that day by the Southern District of New York. Multiple fraudulent activities were attributed to him, including wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. These allegations caused panic in the financial markets and attracted much media attention. Bahamian Prime Minister Philip Davis addressed the arrest, saying that his country and the United States were committed to enforcing legal and ethical standards against anyone involved with FTX. Bankman-Fried spent 10 days in Nassau's Fox Hill prison after his arrest. After that, he agreed to be extradited from the Bahamas to the US to face the charges there. However, he was released from jail after posting a $250 million bond, the most significant bond ever imposed in a criminal case in the United States. Bankman-Fried's bail conditions included reporting to his parents in California. As the case went on, Judge Lewis Kaplan, who was in charge, became more and more careful. On February 1st, 2023, he made Bankman-Fried's bail conditions stricter by saying he couldn't talk to current or past FTX employees without lawyers. Concerns about possible witness tampering led the judge to make his decision. He saw Bankman-Fried's contact with a possible witness as a material threat of inappropriate contact with prospective witnesses. Bankman-Fried formally pled not guilty to fraud and associated crimes on January 3, 2023. It was time to start the legal war. On February 23, 2023, 4 further criminal accusations were published, mainly concentrating on Bankman-Fried's alleged involvement in more than 300 illegal political donations. A $40 million Bitcoin payment to Chinese government authorities to unfreeze Alameda Research's accounts was allegedly coordinated by Bankman-Fried and others, according to an article issued in March 2023. Unfortunately, Bankman-Fried's bail was revoked on August 11, 2023. After hearing the evidence, Judge Kaplan concluded there was probable cause to suspect that Bankman-Fried had attempted to interfere with a witness. Bankman-Fried was remanded into custody and taken from the courtroom in handcuffs, this time to be held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. The legal fight went on for a long time. It was a complicated and always changing part of the troubled story of FTX and its mysterious founder. What do you think about it? Do let us know, and don't forget to check out our channel for more exciting videos. See ya!